So that's rather obnoxious. My PlayStation just crashed. I never actually had that happen before, and it actually wiped out the last 3 matches I've done. So I'm gonna have to play through this stupid tutorial again, and then actually win the fights that I just won again. So that's just fun. This doesn't take too long. Hopefully it'll be quicker. I know exactly what it wants me to do. And stupidly attacks for no reason at all. Nobody would ever attack with 100 attack unless there was a special effect. Over here, summon the powerful fusion guy. It actually won't let me do anything besides what it wants me to do here. So. I was gonna go in main phase 2, but I could have just planted the jar greed before. Honestly, I mean, I really didn't need to use these cards in main phase 2. There really wasn't any point. There's only certain times that it really benefits you to place cards in main phase 2 rather than main phase 1. It can be helpful, like if you think they're gonna wipe out your field or anything like that. Such as if you know if they have a mirror force and they're gonna activate it, you're likely to have them, likely to want to place a monster in main phase 2 after the mirror force. So, oh, he summoned a really strong monster, and then I basically get an even stronger one. Wants me to fuse again. It's basically just a tutorial on fusion. It's actually rather annoying having to play through this tutorial twice because my PlayStation crashed. Anyway, it'll be over this. Get it real quick. And we'll get on to the next fight. Spellbook of the Eternity. Well, that's kind of a crappy hand, other than I can use this guy to get basically any card. Any of my creatures I want out. So the one I really like. I can't summon the guy I really like. That's fine. This trap card is when an opponent's monster declares an attack, your opponent chooses one random card from your hand, and if the card is a monster card, it can be special summoned. Since I don't have any monster cards in my hand, it's kind of worthless to do that, because otherwise you'll send the card to the graveyard, and I don't want to sacrifice any cards needlessly. When an opponent's monster declares an attack targeting a face-up elemental hero monster you control, switch control of the opponent's attacking monster with the target monster you control, and calculate the damage control of both monsters, switch back during the end phase. So basically if the opponent attacks with a higher attack than mine, I can activate that to deal the damage to him instead. But he ultimately still gets his monster back. It's rough. I'm actually curious if this is a constant, because this looks really nice. ultimately says when an elemental hero monster attacks, its attack is slower than the attack of the attacking monster. It gains 1,000 attack points. I believe I didn't discard this card. Or no, it just then calculates damage. So, it's actually really nice. This is the one I like. I don't know if I was just missing it or not. But it gains 200 for every elemental hero. So he's going to actually summon it as a 2,000 instead of an 1,800. Let's see if this is a good card. As long as you control this monster equipped with this card, your opponent cannot attack other monsters other than the equipped monster. That doesn't really help him at all because it's the only monster he has. Apparently that made me take the same amount of damage and my attack went directly against that. They still destroy the monster and still do the same amount of damage, but it took 1,400, which is never really pleasant. But I'm still ahead, so it doesn't really bother me much. And he apparently can't place any monsters, which is just going to make me do a massive amount of his life. Let's do this damage now. It's almost game. He doesn't have a lot left, and depending if he doesn't really play, if he doesn't place anything next round, I definitely win. Another polymerization, which just isn't really helpful. Usually when there's a trap card I don't know, I always attack with my lowest guy. This time it didn't matter because it made me win. But if the trap is something deadly, I'd rather it trigger on my lowest guy or not. Unless it's a mirror force, then it just sucks all around. I'm finally back to where I was. Kind of. I was after this fight when my PlayStation crashed. This guy actually didn't do anything at all. I assume his deck is made a little better than that, and he just got crappy drawing. But we'll find out. Jaden Yuki. It's way too similar to Yugi. I'm sure they knew that. There's probably some story behind it, but whatever floats the boat. And any number of other spell and trap cards you control to the graveyard, gain 1,000 life points for each. That's kind of cool. Target one face-up attack. Elements hero, bubble man you control, and one face-up attack monster. Your opponent controls change both those targets to defense positions, then tribute that. Tribute the bubble man. Special summon one element hero from your hand. When the monster you control is destroyed by battle instead of the graveyard, special summon one level 4 or lower elemental monster from your hand to your deck. Or, yeah, from your hand or deck. Put that, summon him. I'm going to set this and have it on the field. I've not actually seen the bulk man card yet. So the way his deck seems to be built based on how he's on last time is he sacrifices life points to do a bunch of different effects. He has cards that allows him to gain that life back when he does sacrifice it. This allows me to summon this guy. The fusion monster of elemental hero Thunder Giant. Thunder Giant, once per turn you can discard one card from your to target one face-up monster on the field with original attack less than attack of this card. Destroy that card. Very, very nice. Helpful in a lot of situations. Or just to kind of clear the field. And if you haven't noticed, I actually have it set to where I have to hold down X in order to trigger a trap or instant magic card. Sometimes it's really helpful because it's really annoying to have it constantly remind you that you have a trap card placed and try to trigger it at times it can't be triggered or times you don't want it to be triggered. So I actually have it set to that, but it has its downsides because sometimes if you're not paying full attention you can just completely miss your opportunity. For some reason it's triggering that card now, and I'm not sure why. I kind of like the signature cards that have a little animation, but I wish, kind of like the older Yu-Gi-Oh games, it would show the other card that it's destroying's animation as well. I think have like a little mini fight. I think it'd be cool. Though this game only cost $20 on the PlayStation Network, and it's kind of just purely the cards of the game. So I kind of understand why they didn't go that deep into it. During your standby phase, if this card is in defense position, put one counter on this card. You can remove from play a number of cards in your graveyard equal to the number of counters on this card to destroy that many spell or trap cards on the field. Remove all counters from this card. It's kind of cool. Actually, activate those. And I'm gonna actually summon him. I'm a little worried about what my opponent's deck can do in the long run, so I want to start doing some damage to him. Though with the side of the seeming like they didn't really necessarily put too much money into it, they kind of just copied pretty much what I could tell every single card in the actual Yu-Gi-Oh game. I would say this is probably going to be one of their top grossing games. It's really definitely a fun game, and I mean it simplistic or not, it really does give everyone kind of what they want out of a Yu-Gi-Oh game for a very cheap price at that too. I'm actually gonna attack with this guy. 1500 attack. I was hoping that'd be the case. That way I can do a lot more damage. But I knew the other monsters that I had attacking were not likely to destroy any defense position monster he had. But now that I have a little bit higher attack, I'll be attacking with him. So next time I'm likely to win. So you can pay 500 life points, then declare one card name, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's declared card, add it to your hand. Otherwise, send it as a go. That seems really risky, but there's a lot of risky cards in this game. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish him off. I actually meant to attack with this guy, but the cursor automatically puts you on like the far left monster. It's a little annoying. Alright. Now I'm officially caught up to where it was. Let's hope it doesn't crash my PlayStation again. Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. I'll actually get second this time. I really exploded the other modes much. I'm kind of curious what besides a single mode one round it actually entails. But I'm sure to do all the other modes, and I'm probably gonna explore this game pretty deep. I do like that they have the draft mode in. I think that's really good, because it's really popular in the actual real life card game. Okay, when this card is normal summoned, add one cyber spell trap card from your deck to your hand. If you want to control the monster and you control no monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard. So summon one Cyber Dragon monster from your deck. You can only use one Cyber Dragon core effect per turn, and only once that turn. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while it is on the field or in the graveyard. Interesting. You select one card from your deck and remove it from play face down. During your second standby phase, you activate destroy this card and add the card from your hand. It's really nice. It allows you to get any card you want. Let's see, what do I want? I have other ways to get the Cyber Dragon. Seems to be the strongest card in this deck. If Cyber Dragon is in your graveyard, you can activate one of these effects. If you have 3 or more Cyber Dragons in your graveyard activation, activate both effects and resolve. Place it and tell me I can't operate with my voice now, which I don't really care about. The solve-in sequence, you can only activate one Cyber Repair Plant per turn. Add one light machine type monster, or target one light machine monster. In your graveyard, shuffle that target into your deck. All about the Dragon Machine polymerization. I think it thinks I'm trying to turn off my PlayStation or something, but I have my camera muted. I'm using the headset, so I'm not really sure what it's trying to do. Let me go ahead and get this guy out. It's a decently strong monster. While this card is in attack position, negate any spell trap effects that target exactly one machine type monster you control and no other cards. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can draw one card. Not bad. Go ahead and summon him to get the activation of the effect. Apparently that's the only card that works with that. Not that it's a bad card, it's just not unnecessary right now. I'm not going to attack him because I highly doubt he has less than 4-inch defense. I almost guarantee he's going to place a monster that's going to attack me. But I'm not going to take too much damage. 800 is not bad. But it was right not to attack him, that's for sure. Each player draws one card and neither player takes damage until the end of your opponent's next turn. I don't really want to do that because I want to... I'll probably activate that during my main phase too if it allows me. Okay, if your opponent controls a monster and you can banish the card from your graveyard, special summon, yeah. Go ahead and activate him. Banish it. Get a Cyber Dragon. Special summon to the field. Okay, right now I don't have a Cyber Dragon in my graveyard, so I can't. There's no point in activating this. It says until the end of your opponent's next turn. So if that allows me to use main phase, it's kind of almost cheating, but that's okay. That sucks. I'm not surprised though, but I have monster form, so I can actually just get it back. Simple, if this face-up card is targeted for an attack, you take no battle damage for the rest of this turn. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon once. Cyber Larva. Every deck. So kind of just have a circle of Spider Larva. Good delaying card for sure. He can't attack, so he switches his monsters in defense mode, so I can hit them. Cyber Dragon, and Cyber Dragon. Or Cyber Dragon, Cyber Dragon. Basically, if I have 3 of the Cyber Dragons, or 2, 2, and I can special summon it. And activate this. So I can add 1 light machine from your deck to your hand, or I can target 1 light machine a monster in your graveyard and shuffle the target into my deck. Can't do both yet. So I'll actually take 1 and put it in my hand. So when this card is almost summoned, you can make all Cyber Dragons you currently control become level 5. You cannot special summon any monsters during this turn. You activate this card except for machine type monsters. If this card is banished, you can... That's interesting. I'm just gonna do this because I kind of want to get another Cyber Monster out and polymerize it together. So I don't really want to risk having one of them that my hand get destroyed right now. So we'll see. This, but I mean, I'm not gonna take any damage from the larva. He's not even gonna attack anyway. Okay. Monster reborn. Get my Cyber Dragon back. Position. I can do the double Cyber Dragon. Which is fine. 2800 is no joke. Well, for the 1800. Dang it. Totally missed the ability to do this. Card can make a second attack during each phase. That's actually really cool. And this is when this card is normal summoned, you can make all Cyber Dragons level 5. You cannot special summon any monsters during this turn. I don't know that would really help making him level 5. I don't know what benefit I would have at the moment. Since I can attack twice this turn, that's gonna be really nice. Unless he uses a Mirror Force and just wipes out my attack. That part kinda sucks. It's actually probably gonna be the enemy. I don't know that I have a whole lot left to do. That really sucked. For some reason not attacking this guy. I'm not really sure why. It's not letting me go around. This guy's the only card in your hand. You can special summon it from your other graveyard is summoned. You can draw 2 cards. You must control no other cards and have no cards in hand to activate and resolve this effect. So yeah, I don't really know why he's not. Special summon my Cyber Dragon. And I'm gonna kill this card. Send 1 wing crew where you control and 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard. Alright. Yeah, that really didn't seem to... Oh, okay. Yeah, that sucks. I should have read that. But of course I didn't. Sometimes I don't read, and it just cost me 2,000 life points, 3,000 life points. Should have just not attacked. Creevos are tricky. Yeah, I'm likely to lose this. I just don't have, there's not much I can do right now. Cards in the graveyard that has effects. Save me. I think that's 1,000. So I mean, I may not lose this. So if this card attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 300 attack during the damage step. Only once per turn you can reveal 1 spell card in your hand. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon until the end of the turn. This card's name becomes Cyber Dragon while it is in the graveyard. The 300 attack's gonna be the most helpful. Damage. For once he didn't have a trap card that activated, so that's nice. Basically every card in this deck is named Cyber Dragon in one way or another. I just keep getting these, but I don't need any polymerizations. I have them all in my hand, so I feel like the world's most worthless hand. I already have this card, Fusion Gate placed, so it's really just not helpful. But he doesn't actually seem to have any really strong monsters, or at least he hasn't gotten any out yet. So that makes me feel a little better about having this 1500 out. It's kind of the only thing I have going for me. If Cyber Dragon is in your graveyard, you can activate this. You have Cyber Dragon. I have multiple Cyber Dragons. So you can actually target one light machine type monster in your graveyard and shuffle it back into your deck, or get one from my deck and put it in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and pull one from my deck into my hand. I'm going to pick the Dre. Okay, I'm going to summon him. I'm going to activate an effect. Which actually... So, it makes all Cyber Dragons on the field level 5. I cannot switch summon any monsters during your turn. I activate this effect. Set monster type machine type monsters. All the cards in my deck are machine type. It's got advantage. You can target one cyber monster you control, cyber dragon you control, and cannot be destroyed by battle. Basically, activating it didn't do anything for me at all, but I don't know, I guess it was a cool activation. And now I'm going to actually start doing some damage to him for once. I have a lot less life points, but the way the match is actually starting to go, I'm likely to actually still win unless he really pulls something out. Which it looks like he's only placing the cards he draws, so he doesn't really seem to have anything going for him right now in order to allow him to beat me. So I'm just going to keep destroying his face-down defense monsters. I don't really have any reason to think that they're going to have high defense, because he hasn't had any that have had high defense yet. That's pretty rough. It's a really strong monster I had earlier that he killed. Puts me dangerously low and he can attack twice. So unless I just get the miracle card, I've just lost. That's what sucks. It's gonna basically just keep me alive for one return, but I don't know that I have anything in my deck to be able to stop him or do 3,600 damage, so that likely just beat me and it's over. It's over next turn, so that sucks. Actually gonna just save myself the time next game and go back into it and try again. But this time I'm actually gonna use my deck. Dharma Cannon. With this deck I want to go second because I want to be able to get as many cards out as possible. I have the Exodia in this deck, but it's not the only way to win. For sure. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and use the D-Spell on the field card he displaced. It's kind of annoying. He needs him 1,000 attack when he's attacking. I'm actually going to play the Breaker, the Magical Warrior. He gets 300 attack with a token. I can actually choose to sacrifice that token in order to destroy a spell or trap card. Which I I don't know what that one is, so I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. That sucks. That was 100. I could have lost more if I tried to destroy this Bella trap. No, I'm actually going to blow the Magneto Bug. I don't like having too many turns where I can't attack him directly. So I'm going to try to get rid of that defender. And the next turn I should, unless, based on what he plays, I should be able to do a lot of damage to him. Unless he just brings it back to life. I do have a dark card, so I'm gonna play this. I draw 2 cards and I have to sacrifice a dark creature in order to not discard all cards in my hand. And got an Exodia piece, which is nice, and I got this buff for spellcasters, which is actually gonna allow me to destroy his golem. I'm actually gonna activate the effect because I don't like having him have face down trap cards. Destroy it. Another battle phase. Then we're going to attack his weaker monster. We're going to destroy his defender. Clear his field. Hopefully it gives him not much choice of what to do. And he already has that monster reborn, which is what really screwed me last time. This guy doesn't really seem to have very strong monsters in his deck at all. But he can easily use my own. It's possible it's the same, yeah. So I really could have just done damage to him instead by attacking with my higher guy. I took a gamble there and just lost. That's okay. It's not likely he has a third one, but I'm just in case I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my stronger guy. That way I deal damage instead of wasting on them. And it was a third one. So, that's a good choice. At this rate I'm definitely going to destroy all his life points before I get the Exodia pieces, but that's how I built the deck. It was either to win by monsters, or if I just run out of options, win by using the Exodia. Not sure why that's affecting. I didn't hold the button to activate the trap cards, so I'm not really sure why it. Prevo, negating all damage. Hey, I'm not sure why I tried to activate one of my trap cards. I have it set to where I have hold X down. That way it doesn't prompt me every 5 seconds. Which really sucks. Go ahead and switch them to Exodia. The ultimate forbidden lord. It's pretty nice. He sucks first off, but he can be one of the strongest in the game. But this is actually game here. He gains a every time he declares an attack, you sacrifice a monster from either your hand or your deck, and he gains 1,000 attack. If you have all 5 pieces of the Exodia in the graveyard, you automatically win with him on the field. That's of course not necessary because I just beat him. I'm actually going to play one more before I go to bed. It's getting pretty late here. But I'm going to just go ahead and use my Exodia deck. That way I have a much larger chance of winning. It's pretty much a gamble when you use the story deck. Which I like, you know, seeing what different cards are out there, of course, and testing out other strategies. So I like using the story deck a lot, but recently they just completely sucked for me. I'm actually starting out with 2 of the Exodia pieces, so it's pretty good. 3. I may actually run this by using Exodia. find out if it's necessary or not. I'm gonna go ahead and tag. I don't know what it is, but if we're all warrior type monsters you control gain 400 attack. If you control another monster, your opponent cannot target this card for an attack. Fair enough. Let him go. Like I was talking about with the Exodia guy, it's really not the greatest card in the world unless you have other attackers or he has no monster in the field or you have a way to stop him from attacking you, because otherwise it really sucks. And so does him gaining just a ton of damage, ton of attack. The ultimate would be really bad for me, but I have this card to stop him from being able to attack me for 3 turns. So it'll allow me to delay, see if I get anything else. And I really like using the Jar Grid on his turn, so I have the card. Use the Pot of Greed, hopefully I get honestly 2 cards I'm willing to sacrifice, which I'm not getting. Just because of the predicament, I'm going to go ahead and activate this. That was not one I wanted to sacrifice, but it's okay. This guy's kind of cool. If he is attacked while in face down defense position and killed, he actually equips to the monster who attacked him, and then at the end of the turn, the monster who attacked him is destroyed. So this deck's built as attack, delay, and destroy in order to get the Exodia out or just beat him with regular monsters. Definitely looks like he's getting reared up for full-on assault. Now that I have the black hole, I'll probably use that once this expires. Hopefully he places another monster down. Or 2, if I get lucky, that way I can just, wipe out his entire field. I might actually use the Obuku instead. So I take no battle damage from your opponent's monsters this turn, which actually might not count direct attacks, so I'm just going to play safe. Go ahead and use the Swords of Feeling Light. And see what he does. So right now, he has a full field, just kind of wasting a lot of his cards. So I'm just going to Dark Hole in the end. I'll place him just so I can use the effect to draw the card next turn. I'm a little nervous though, because he does definitely have the advantage at the moment. I don't really want to play because I don't want to sacrifice my mana or bug until I need it. Just equip another card. So I'm going to destroy 8 of his cards here, which is Dark Hole. Or even better, just Raikiki so I don't have to destroy mine. So that's nice. Definitely a nice draw. I'm actually going to de-spell. Let's see if I can de-spell one of these. Trap card. So he's likely going to use that and summon a new monster out. That's for sure. I'm going to replace him. Put left the card. For a little extra damage, not much. Okay, on this card you control is sent to the graveyard. Look at the top card of your deck and return them to either the top or the bottom of the deck. That really comes in handy sometimes. I'm going to flip something there too. I can just do a lot of damage to him. Do not bits. I'm gonna bring Buster Blade out with 1800. Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and sacrifice mine, so I can deal the damage directly, and I'll have to worry about him using a bunch of equip cards, which he obviously is his thing. If he plays this monster, I'm actually gonna summon my or activate my Woboku. That way it doesn't do any damage to me. Just gain a little bit of life. Place the main bug. And change everyone's defense position and go back in defense. And hopefully I get good draws. I've used quite a bit of my draw cards so far. So I'm not really gonna have a whole lot more of those. So I can destroy both my cards, but I can. I do have the black hole. In case he wipes my field out again. So I can just kill all his. See, I should have more. Really nice, but I don't know for sure whether or not. I'm gonna send to the bottom. I mean, I can draw 2 cards, but I definitely don't, at this point in the game, I don't want to sacrifice any of my Exodia pieces. That's actually not very helpful. Just probably a trap. Yeah, I figured it was a trap anyway. Doesn't really give you a whole lot of time to see what it is. Let me go ahead and kill his monsters. I really hope he doesn't have any monsters, though it seems like his deck's primarily made of monsters and equip cards. So I'm probably not gonna get so lucky. Yeah. Because I get a really good draw on it in a really bad position. Probably gonna lose. That's a bad draw, so that was a good one. So it's interesting that the first turn I drew 3 of the Exodia pieces, but I haven't got a single other one the whole time. He's gonna kill me. Yeah. I really should have just destroyed that when I had the opportunity. I got a little greedy. But it doesn't look like he has anything to play, so that's good for me. And neither do I. I don't want to play him and just get him destroyed, though. I probably should have played it anyway. Yeah, it's game. Or not. 1600, okay. Because he counts as a warrior, so he boosts himself. A little rough. Give it one last go. I had decently bad luck, as well as I just made some bad calls. This card's actually going to be a little pretty helpful for him. For each monster he has, each monster loses 100 attack points times its own level. So the stronger the monster is, the more attack it loses. Activate it. Graceful Charity. 1, 2. These spell really didn't come in handy last time. much. I could have used it against some of those equip cards, but when you trigger it on a trap card, it really sucks because you see the trap card for a second, you don't really get to see what it is, and that's about it. I'm just gonna activate the effect to be safe and destroy this trap, or whichever it may be. And now his monster. Last time that seemed to be kind of my problem was his trap cards. It was more troublesome than even his monsters, even though he had a lot of them. Use this so he can't attack me for 3 turns. Since I don't have any monsters to really defend. I have this guy, but I really don't want to use him. Not yet, anyway. Probably not a bad time to summon him. But I can't really declare the attack, because they declare an attack in order to activate its effect. Because it'll just lose and die. So basically every time he attacks I can send a monster from my hand or my deck to the graveyard and he gains 1,000 attack. Which definitely adds up. And then if all Exodia pieces are in the graveyard, I win. But in order to summon him you have to sacrifice, or you have to reshuffle all monsters in your graveyard into your deck. It's unfortunate that I can't trigger an attack either. If he had a defense position monster, I'd probably go ahead and do it just to be able to gain attack. I would take the life points in order to make it more powerful. I'm actually gonna not pick the card in my hand. I'm gonna do that last. I'm gonna pick the ones in my deck, because I can always play the one in my hand. So for some reason he didn't gain 1,000, and I'm not sure what's causing that, because if you read it, it cannot be normal summons. So says summon must be special summoned from your hand by shuffling all monsters in your graveyard into the deck. It cannot be special summoned by other ways. When this card declares an attack, send 1 monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard. This card gains 1,000 attack for each normal monster in your graveyard. Okay, for each normal monster, so I guess these don't count as normal monsters. So it's kind of rough. That sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and take the 1900. I guess find an old monster to throw away. And he still didn't get it though, so I really don't know why. I feel like this card's bugged in some way. Because I've had to do this before where I had more than one monster in the graveyard and it only gave me about 1,000. But I mean, it's dead, so it's not gonna matter. And I've already discarded one of my Exodia pieces, so having this in my hand isn't gonna do anything for me. So it really sucks. And I really don't understand what's going on with that card. Maybe there's something I'm missing in reading it, but I've read it about 1,000 times. I don't think that's the case. Each time a monster is sent to your opponent's graveyard, inflict 300 damage to your opponent. That one seems bugged too, because he only took 300 there instead of the 600, since there was 2 monsters. I've had that one happen before. I've had him have a field full of monsters, all 5, and he only took 300 before instead of the whole 1500. Hopefully they, if there is actual bugs, hopefully they fix them. It really suck. They kind of just put out the game and then I didn't really pay attention to any of the bugs or anything. It'd be rather annoying, especially for how good of a game it is. So I get to look at the top 5 cards in my hand and reorder them in any way I want. So these kind of not the greatest way. Go ahead and do that. So I can sacrifice these 2. I have to choose the other one. I feel like I'm gonna lose this one too. So I'll probably end it and find a way to beat him. Beat him tomorrow morning. It's getting late. Now I'm just getting tired. So the reason I didn't choose the other ones is because if they wouldn't have helped, I would have lost because they would have attacked it face down. But at least with the Robo Crew, I last another turn. Card, which kind of sucks, which I think he knew a card to have, because all monsters your opponent controls when this card is activated or changed to face down defense position. Monsters your opponent controls cannot change their battle position. Just destroy this card during your second standby phase. I guess it doesn't really matter where you put his card in, but it buys me a little more time. But I think any new cards are not affected by it, but I could be wrong. And this is the most worthless card in my hand deck, my entire deck. It says add 1 level 5 or higher normal monster from your deck to your hand. I didn't really pay much attention when I built the deck, and the only higher than level 5 monster I have is the Exodia. Everything else is a decent attack, 4-star. So I really used that to get the Exodia out, but I messed up. So at the moment I basically just use it as if I ever have to discard a card, that's what I use. Yeah. That's game, there's nothing that's gonna save me now. So I'll just end my turn and let him finish me off. Get a little bit of rewards for losing a little bit of DP, which you use to buy decks and unlock certain modes. I got a new card for it, so whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you liked what you saw, and I'll be playing more in the future. Definitely, I will beat this first thing.